Hello, Mark Crossfield here. Today I'm going to be trying the Evenroll Putters designed by Gerin Reif. He's got over 25 years of experience in making putters. Very interesting idea around the Evenroll name, built around the groove pattern on the face. Let's show you what they're all about. Let's get stuck in. So the technology in Evenroll, what we're getting? We're getting variable grooves basically. We're getting thicker grooves in the middle going into thinner grooves on the outside. Now what you need to understand with a putter, let's take two putters, so one without grooves and one with grooves. If everything is equal, so everything from speed, strike, everything being equal with those two putters hit, say robot testing, the putter with grooves will go a shorter distance than the putter without grooves, because the grooves are taking a little bit of surface area contact, so energy transfer away from that hit, because you've got less of the face touching the ball. Now when you think of the grooves, don't think so much of what's inside, it's what's left there is the bigger key really. So on the Evenroll putters, what they're doing is by having less surface area in the middle, because the grooves are thicker in the middle, so there's going to be less of the bit that's left touching the ball. What will happen is you'll get X speed out of the middle of the club. Now as you move away to the outside, so you move away from a centre of gravity hit with these grooves, so you're going to get going thinner to the outside. When you miss the centre of gravity, which will always take speed off the putt in theory, because there is more groove or more face there, thinner groove, more face contacting the ball, it's going to keep that ball speed from toes to heels to centre strikes on these more even, hence the Evenroll. Again, if you take the putter with no grooves, hit it out of the middle, it goes say 20 foot, two exactly the same strokes out the toe and out the heel, they're going to go shorter distance. Now the other thing that happens when because you're losing that energy transfer through missed centre of gravity strike. The other thing that happens is if you tend to hit out the heel or the toe, is what happens is the putts tend to go out the toe a little bit more to the right, out the heel a little bit more to the left. Now what they're saying, Evenroll, and this is where their logo comes in, this line with three straight lines, is when you hit these putters with the groove shape out of the heel and the toe, is the ball rolls straight. So it doesn't deviate off so much, so you're keeping a more consistent ball speed across the face from that groove, thicker in the inside, going thinner on the outside, through how much of the face is contacting the ball. So in effect you can think of it as you're losing a little bit out the middle, and then you're losing when you go out away from the middle, the sweet spot, just percentages, something like 5% I think it is. You lose when you go away from the centre of strike on a putter, and everyone mishits putters, but then they try and regain that power, that distance, that ball speed, by getting a little bit more energy transfer, by giving you more of the face touching the ball. Clever idea when you compare a non-grooved putter to one which has, say, this technology. From the tests I've seen, I've not done it because again it's hard for me to test, it is quite evident. You can see the difference in the straightness and then the distance control. Distance control is key for you holding more putts. We're also getting on these, which I'm kind of split if I'm a fan of or not, these two very subtle dots on the top here that allows you to kind of line up with the lie of the putter a little bit more, with a white line going in between them. They're very subtle, so you can override them if you need to, or obviously if you're getting your putter custom fit, which you should be, you'd be using that to make sure you've got the right lie every time to make your stroke. It's a very clever idea. We've seen it from ping before, maybe a slight difference on a theme. Interesting one. So when I hit these putters, starting with my favourite, which is, let me remember here, the number 2, great looks, great feels, that kind of real high-end finish to everything in it, from the grip, shaft to the way the head looks. It's that kind of very top-end, very classy finish, all milled in Carlsbad I think, so in the USA. Different acoustics on the putters. There's 3 of them here that make a very kind of standard, almost true noise I would say, like the one I'm using here. I do like the feel of these. Now I've tested the grooves. It's very hard for me to actually see a physical difference. I think it's the kind of thing you might see kind of over a year of play. Hopefully your stats might just improve if you're collecting those kind of things. What I'm loving from these putters, I've seen tests on the grooves from robot testing, which is what they've done, and I can see how it would make a difference. It's just very hard for me to recreate with my technologies that I've got. I am working on that though. I'm just going to try this one as well, actually. So this one is this is the hatchback they're calling it. So this one is the 5. Very different acoustic. I like the shape of this one. Definitely could game this one. I'm not sure if I'm into that sound. It's a kind of higher pitched ting, if you like. So definitely you would have to try it to make sure you like the acoustic, the sound of this one. Oh, in off. Never get them to mark their other balls when you're playing golf. But yeah, I like the shape of that, just not sure on the sound. If we go to the classic 1, it's a little bit too long a blade length for me. This, I like them not to be long, which is why I prefer the 2, I think it is, that I'm putting with there. Again, this has that normal sound. It's much more truer sound, if you like. Again, the same lineup lines, which I do like. I am kind of getting used to these 2 dots, which are helping you with hopefully your custom fitted lie angles, so you're putting it down in the same place every time. And if we finish on a few on the Mallet, it's kind of my least favourite out of all of them, but I've never really been a Mallet golfer or player. I have used them in the past, but I think if you're into your Mallets, this might be one you want to try. I like the redness of it. I think lots of people wouldn't. Again, this still has the 2 line-up lines on the top. I mean, I put it down by the ball, it makes more sense. It does look very easy to kind of point in a direction. You know, I do think I could putt with this if I had to. I just prefer the shape of the other one. Oh, can't miss almost with this one now. I mean, for me, out of the range, I'm liking what the technology says it does. I would have to trust them more. I am going to try and do more tests with it. I'm loving the shapes. I'm loving the high kind of quality of finish on them. And I do love the feel, certainly on the ones here with that kind of truer sound. It's a good range of putters, to be honest. My favourite definitely being this kind of double backed one here, which I really like. It's kind of that stretched back version of a putter I've used before in, say, the Ping Answer shape, if you like. I love the grips on them as well. Grips come with this white line at the bottom, right through the middle of the grip. Really makes me feel the putter grip my hands working in line with that white line on the face as well. So I'm loving the range. Also, each putter comes nice head cover, nice little touch as well. Got the Evenroll Get Even on the back, Evenroll logo on the front, little ball marker there as well. It's good range. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Periscope, all the normal social places. Also, come and visit my new website, markcrossfieldgolf.com. See you over there.